Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economics Updates Friday afternoon, October 24, 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good afternoon. Dinar recaps the DeFi spine of the global reset. How Flare, Ripple, and BRICS gold systems are converging from tokenized liquidity to gold-backed trade. A two-tier financial system quietly takes shape. A quiet but monumental transformation is underway across global finance, one not defined by central banks alone, but by the convergence of decentralized and sovereign digital systems. The Flare network's 40 million XRP bridge, the Ripple cross-border payment infrastructure, and the BRICS gold-backed digital currency initiatives are no longer separate experiments. They are interlocking components of what analysts are now calling a dual-layer financial architecture. At the first layer, sovereign digital currencies, including BRICS, proposed settlement coin, and China's digital yuan, form the backbone of state-backed value exchange. These systems are increasingly commodity-anchored, with Russia, China, and Saudi Arabia linking trade settlements to gold and energy units. At the second layer, interoperable DeFi platforms like Flare and Ripple enable real-time liquidity movement across private and public networks. Through wrapped assets like FXRP, tokenized gold, and programmable stablecoins, these systems are demonstrating how digital collateral can flow globally without central clearing intermediaries. The BIS Innovation Hub has acknowledged that such interoperability could redefine the infrastructure of reserve mobility. Ripple's distributed ledger for banks and Flare's cross-chain DeFi mechanics effectively create a financial internet, a programmable liquidity grid connecting sovereign and private markets. Why it matters: this hybrid model, state-backed reserves supported by decentralized liquidity rails, forms the technological foundation of the global financial reset. It represents the end of static reserves and the rise of programmable value, where gold, oil, and digital assets circulate within a unified, tokenized framework. As BRICS nations shift trade settlements into this dual system, and Western institutions quietly pilot similar models through the IMF's digital money reports and BIS cross-border trials, the stage is set for the first programmable global monetary order in history. BRICS accelerates dollar offload as China's currency intervention hits $51.80 billion. IMF and BIS analysts warn of deepening liquidity divergence as Beijing leads a new wave of de-dollarization. BRICS member China is intensifying its push away from the US dollar. According to Bloomberg and Watcher Guru, Chinese banks helped clients offload $51.8 billion in foreign currencies in September, the largest single-month sell-off since 2020. The wave of conversions, primarily by exporters and institutional investors, marks a sharp turn toward yuan internationalization. Amid growing U.S. trade tensions, the People's Bank of China, PBOC, has been actively supporting the yuan's value, setting its daily reference rate at its strongest level in a month. These moves come shortly after U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff escalation on Chinese imports, prompting Beijing and other BRICS nations to tighten coordination and support local currency settlements. The BIS has recently cautioned that sustained dollar offloading by systemically important economies could fragment liquidity channels. Meanwhile, the IMF notes that multi-currency reserve diversification now poses measurable risk to dollar-based clearing systems. $51.8 billion in FX offloads marks the largest coordinated move since 2020. Yuan confidence surges as exporters settle trade in domestic currency. BRICS coordination deepens, signaling an active transition toward a commodity-anchored, multipolar financial order. Why it matters: this accelerated dollar liquidation by BRICS members, led by China, represents more than a trade maneuver, it's a monetary shift. Each sale of dollar reserves and foreign assets weakens the US-centric liquidity network that underpins global trade. As alternative settlement systems expand and BRICS currency integration advances, the groundwork for a parallel financial architecture emerges, the very foundation of a global financial reset built on multipolar balance, digital assets, and sovereign control. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.